Hello, you guys. Welcome back to this 1 in a million channel. I'm so excited to have you guys in this video. Today we are going to be talking about the reason why your visualization is not working. And in this video, we're going to unpack what visualization about. We're going to really look into the mechanics of visualization, like what makes it work, what are some parts, like important components of it, understand what it's about and why some people haven't really gotten to understand and experience like the full visualization experience. We're going to talk about like the shortcut to manifestation. I'm also going to be sharing some things that I've never ever shared with anyone before. So make sure you stick around this video to hear it. So as we are beginning this video, I want to hear how you guys are doing, how you're feeling, and what is your experience around visualization. If you're excited, let me know in the comments because I'm super excited to dive into this conversation with you. I've got so much to share. I'm like bursting up the seams. If at any point you find this video helpful, if you enjoy this type of content, please share it with someone that you know. Please forward it to someone. I'm sure that this the contents inside this video is going to help someone. Please also like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to plug into anything that we talk about in this channel in the future. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you for spending this energy with me. Let's dive in. So the reason I created this video is because I personally have been on my manifestation journey for a while now, and I have tried so many techniques out there. And when I tried visualization, which is supposedly one of the simplest techniques, one of the techniques that derives the most feeling, it was always a hit or miss. So the times when I tried it, it was unpredictable. I couldn't really be certain if I was doing it right. And so over time, I kind of got frustrated. It was like, well, if it's so simple, if I am just following the steps, how could I possibly get it wrong? If it's so easy to understand, how could I be the only person who's not getting it, you know? So I realized that maybe there is something else in the process, or there's part of the process, or there's got to be an activating element that makes visualization so powerful. So I decided to dissect it. What I found as I was studying and looking into visualization and unpacking the process is that it's something that is taught by a lot of masters. It has so much potential. It is supposedly really simple, but oftentimes it's really misinterpreted and a lot of times it's lost in translation. So everything that I'm sharing you in this video today are the things that I've learned, the things that I've discovered. I decided to go find out first, and I'm here to share my findings with you. So what is visualization? It's basically a manifestation technique that is based on seeing your desired reality, seeing what you want, focusing on the vision. And then the person will then be asked to experience the feeling, feel the feeling in the body. So how is it usually taught? It's taught by first you project the vision. So maybe you close your eyes or you write it down, or you basically focus on the visuals of your desired reality. So once you have the visuals, then you focus on inputting the details. So you fill up the details, you fill the reality up with all the sounds, all the sight, all the things that you're touching, you're feeling, all the sensations, you fill up the picture, and then you feel it real. That's the last step. So it's basically a simple 2 to 3 step process. It's not really that complicated, but somehow in some parts of the process, when it gets to the feeling part, a lot of people stop being able to feel it. And so this was me, in my experience, in my experimentation, when it got to the feeling part, it was like, well, no, it's not that. Like, it kind of is that vision. It is that vision. It is like I'm seeing the things that I want to see. I recall the things that I've probably seen in the past. And I am seeing the things that I want to see. But the feeling is not quite right. It's not that. It's not exactly that. I'm thinking to myself, like, what did I do wrong? I'm focusing on all the details. I'm, seeing like the picture. I'm seeing it vividly. I'm focusing on the sensations. Like, what's wrong? What am I missing? I started to feel really frustrated, as with many people, I'm sure it feels really frustrating. It's like, I've done what I've been told. I followed the exact steps. I put a lot of time and effort into it. I've invested like my emotions into this too. So either there's something wrong with the process, or there's gotta be something wrong with me if I can't get this simple process right. Now, I decided to look into how visualization is taught. Now, a lot of people have been taught that vision comes first, right? Vision is the primary focus. And then you see the details in order to feel the intensity. So the picture and the process cannot really be completed unless you have the vision down, the details down, and then you get to the feeling. So far it sounds pretty straightforward, except for the fact that a lot of people have a hard time with either filling it up with details or getting to the feeling, like feeling it real, or a lot of people have a hard time believing the vision. So it's like, okay, well, I don't have a hard time constructing the image, or like I don't have a hard time seeing the mental image, like I see it in my head, but when I see it, it's like there's a part of me that's resisting it. When I see it, there's a part of me that like doesn't believe that it's real. It's like, that's too good to be true, right? So when I asked myself, what about this technique is the most activating part of the manifestation? Like, if you don't do either one of the steps, it's fine, and you get that one step right, which part is it? And I've come to realize the people who successfully manage to manifest with this technique are the people who manage to feel it. They're the people who manage to get to the last step and feel the feeling. And so I realized it's the feeling that is the most activating part of the technique, or actually any manifestation technique, right? So I realized if you have a hard time getting the vision exactly on point, even if you're like off by 1 degree, the feeling is like it shoots off at a different tangent. So if you don't get the vision exactly on point, then you could completely miss the mark on the feeling. Like, it could fly off at a different angle with your feelings, because then if you're looking at, a different detail, or if you're looking, if there's like another element in your vision that just doesn't feel quite right, then your feeling could shoot off in a whole like different direction that is not your desired manifestation. What I've noticed when I manifest really, really quickly, the times when everything like comes crashing in and comes pouring into my life, they're the times when I actually don't have to visualize. Like, I don't have to sit down. I don't have to focus on the vision. I don't have to like put the picture in my mind. I don't have to put the pieces together. For me, it was super intriguing to realize this, like to discover this. So I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting that I don't have to visualize in order for these amazing things to come. So like, what about it that allowed me to manifest so quickly without focusing on the vision or trying to fill up the details, right? Because essentially I'm not putting any mental effort into it. So the one thing that I realized that it was a common denominator across all the times when I manifested really quickly was that I felt really good. I felt really good. Like I felt my most optimal feeling in every situation. So in my relationship, I felt good. In my relationship with people, I felt good. In my work, I feel good. In my creativity, I feel good. In creating YouTube videos, I feel good. In checking my metrics, I feel good. You know, in relating to people, I feel good. And so I felt good across these areas that manifested, like helping manifest it really quickly. Like probably the best way I would describe it is that I felt like my best self in the given situation. Not my best ultimate self, but my best self in that moment. If you were to ask me, like, what is the one thing, Eunice? The one thing that activated everything for me is the fact that I felt really good in the moment. That was a thing for me, and that continues to be the one activating element across all the moments of my manifestations. And I know it's going to show up differently for every person because we don't all feel good in the same way. What feels good for you in the morning could be different from what you feel good about in the afternoon, and what feels good for you in the evening, right? And so given with the different circumstances, with a given time, with different interactions, with your different emotions, feeling good is going to be a very different feeling for you. So you have to keep measuring. Now for you, it could be feeling really sexy, or feeling really grateful, or feeling blissful, or feeling confident, or feeling really relieved, right? So I'm just like using these as examples to illustrate what feel good could be for you at like different moments of your day, right? So you can just fill in the blank. But the key is to feel good in that given moment. So what I've discovered is that you can actually get to the feeling without going through the vision first, without filling in the details first. It's incredible. I could like just skip to the front of the line and then just feel the feeling right away. And if you're like, oh no, but this is how I've been taught. Like of course I have to have the vision. The vision is what gets me motivated. You actually don't. It's a bit of a trick. Now we want to understand what our vision is made of. Like what is our vision even? You think about the picture in your mind. It actually is a symbol, a representation, like an imagery representation of it's an imagery representation of what you want, right? It's a derivative of what you want to feel or what your body desires to feel. So that means your vision is a secondary signal that comes after the primary signal, and the primary signal being the vibration of your feelings, okay? So the vision is just a derivative. Now, if you focus on the vision, like if you can see the vision and you're like, okay, I have the picture, Eunice, I got it. But it's not supported with feelings, your vision is hollow. So that's why when a lot of people see the vision in their head and they're focusing on it, they're like, well, no, I'm not feeling it. It's not going to work, right? Across all the techniques in the world, across all the techniques that have been taught, the feeling is what activates your manifestations. So in more tangible ways to explain this, if you're asking someone like, how do they get their vision? If you really get to the bottom of it, you're going to find out that they wanted to feel that feeling in the first place, or they felt it in the first place. So if you ask someone, well, how do you know you want to get married? Then their answer is going to be, well, I want to be in love. Like that is going to be the core drive. Like that is the core emotional drive. If you ask someone, how did you get the vision of wanting to travel the world? The core drive is, I want to explore, or I want to feel a sense of adventure. If you ask someone, how do you get the vision of running a successful company? The core drive is probably to be seen, to be heard, to make an impact, or I desire to feel really successful. So the core drive is actually the feeling that fuels the vision, that gives birth to the vision, not the other way around. So what do we do about it? Now, I want to introduce to you heart casting. I'm like doing this motion. Because it literally is what it looks like. It is what it sounds like. You cast your heart outwards into the world. So what you're doing now is you're sending the electrical signal outwards, you're sending the vibration outwards of the feeling that you want to feel into the universe. You're projecting it into your surroundings without having to wait for the derivative of the vision, or without having to get the vision to take shape in the first place. What you're doing is that you're sending the signal out into the universe that you are ready to understand and to receive this frequency. You're ready to experience the physical, the tangible manifestations of this frequency. And let me tell you, this is the most preliminary, the most basic, the most straightforward form of manifestation. Because it takes out all the fluff. It takes out all the things that you have to do. It literally cuts straight into you becoming that person. In this process, what you're going to experience is you're filling up your entire body with the feeling of your desires. So whether or not, if you have the details right, it honestly doesn't matter. You don't need to know how it's going to happen, exactly what the order of events are. You don't have to know the details. You don't have to fill anything up. This is manifestation in its purest, most distilled form, without you having to learn anything, practice anything, know anything, because you inherently know how to feel. So it's impossible to get it wrong. You already know how that feeling feels in your body. Nobody can know better than you. So you can't possibly get it wrong. My hope for you in this video is so that you can stop feeling like you need to learn the next manifestation technique, that you need to learn more, that you haven't done enough, you haven't, manifested hard enough, you haven't tried enough, you haven't focused enough, or maybe you think that you're not consistent enough. Like, I want you to put all those judgments aside. I want you to just free yourself from all the things that you think you need to do, right? This is the time that you get to stop doubting yourself. You get to stop questioning yourself. If there's something wrong with you, why aren't you getting it right? Because you've been taught reversed. And ultimately, I want you to feel the potency of your feelings, the power of your creativity. Really use those feelings to your fullest potential. Heart casting is so simple that anyone can do it. Anyone can feel it right now. And then when you feel it, when you're like, oh my gosh, I am so, when your body is buzzing from that kind of energy, you feel that vibration just in every cell of your body. You feel it in your fingertips. You feel it just like humming in your head. That's when all of a sudden the vision's going to hit you. Like maybe when you're taking a shower, maybe when you're cooking, maybe when you're walking your dog, you don't know. But all of a sudden the vision is going to hit you when you fill your entire being up, when you fill your system up with the feeling of your desires, with the feeling of that potency, that vibration, that frequency. So that is all for today's video. You can tell how excited I was to create this, and honestly, I had so much fun sharing all this amazing juiciness with you. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video. What are your thoughts about this? Some comments. I would love to just get in this conversation with you. And if you really enjoy this type of content, please also let me know by liking the video and subscribing to the channel as well. So with that said, thank you for tuning in again. I love seeing you guys, and I will see you in the next video.